Hello everyone, it's Esra oziskender. Most of you know that I am a solo traveler. One of my targets in the US is to see 50 states. I am also a member of 50 States Club, and I am getting very close to my goal. Only one state left, which is Alaska. In this video, you will see a glimpse of my travels in 12 states, which I took these trips during the pandemic time in 2021. And then I made a video for you guys. So in these 12 states, you can see a little bit of some nice places and road trips, and the views, nice views, scenic views. I hope you're gonna enjoy it. If you can subscribe to my channel, I really appreciate it. Please like my videos, comment, and share. All right, so during the pandemic time, it was a little bit of risky to travel, but because where I traveled was really empty spaces, rural areas, I said maybe I will be better off being in a crowded city. Anyways, and everything was so cheap. I was able to fly from New York to California for $60. And in my other travels, I was able to find plane tickets for $30, and I was able to rent a car as cheap as $9 a day. So it was a great opportunity to see as many states as possible in as cheap as non-expensive prices. So I think I did a good job on this. And so I was able to see many states that I haven't been before. And then I slept in my car, but I parked my car in travel centers. The mostly I stayed with Pilot and Flying J merged. So mostly I stayed in Pilot Flying J. Sometimes TA travel centers and others that I cannot remember the names right now. I ate there. I ate at Denny's sometimes. I don't eat hamburger. I don't eat fast food, but sometimes I had to eat some fast food, and sometimes I stopped at Walmart or some grocery stores, and I shopped and I ate in the car, like tomato, cheese, bread, olives, and some juice, things like that. I try to eat healthy, but I managed it. This one in this video was a 10 days trip capturing 12 states. Beautiful scenery, beautiful states. I'm so happy that I was able to do this trip. So basically, I flew from New York to Nevada, Las Vegas, because I was going to attend a convention and I was going to work there for 3 days. And the company that hired me paid all of my expenses, so this was a plus. So I stayed in a hotel, nice hotel, and I attended the textile convention with a Turkish company. I was their translator and salesperson over there. And then after I was done with this job, I rented a car and I decided where I want to go and where I wanted to see. And I prepared myself for my route. So basically, I started from Nevada, and then I went to see those states, and then I ended in California. So by order, it goes like this: Nevada, Arizona, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, New Mexico, and then again going back to Arizona, and then ended in California. So my first stop was Yellowstone National Park. I highly recommend you guys to go there. You have to see Yellowstone National Park. It's one of a kind park. It's amazing. You will feel like you're in parallel universe. you won't feel like you're in the world. It's another world. It's another experience. I would love to go back there at some point in my life, but at least I'm so happy that I completed this trip, including Yellowstone National Park. I want to give you a little bit of information. Yellowstone National Park is a national park located in the western United States, largely in the northwest corner of Wyoming and extending into Montana and Idaho. So 3 states are capturing Yellowstone Park: Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. I didn't only see Yellowstone Park in these 3 states. I've seen other parts of the states too. For example, in Idaho, I was able to visit the Potato Museum, which was very interesting and fun. I strongly suggest you guys to go there too. Yellowstone National Park was established by the 42nd U.S. Congress with the Yellowstone National Park Protection Act and signed into law by President Ulysses Grant on March 1st, 1872. Yellowstone was the first national park in the U.S. and is also widely held to be the first national park in the world. The park is known for its wildlife and its many geothermal features, especially the Old Faithful Geyser, one of its most popular. While it represents many types of biomass, the subalpine forest is the most abundant. It's part of the South Central Rockies Forest ecoregion. I'm sorry for my pronounce. There is the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. I was able to see the geysers. Amazing natural beauty. While Native Americans have lived in the Yellowstone region for at least 11,000 years, aside from visits by mountain men during the early to mid-19th century, organized exploration did not begin until the late 1860s. So it's a very old national park, and it's believed to be the first national park of the US and in the world. You have to see Yellowstone. That's a must. It's wonderful, beautiful, natural beauty. National and natural, both. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit of my adventure in Yellowstone, and people warned me because I was alone. They said phones won't work there in the mountains sometimes. Get a nice map and download Google Maps offline, which I didn't do. It was a mistake. And then don't be late, because when the sun downs, there is no lights. There is no lights in the mountain. You are all alone with your car. Everywhere is dark, and it's pretty scary. There are bisons all over, and they can be very angry towards people, you know. So I was amazed with the natural beauty. I was able to swim. I took a lot of videos, photos. I talked to people, you know. I rested, I ate. I didn't understand how time passed. So when I looked at my watch, it was almost 8 p.m. and the sun was almost going down. I said, oh my gosh, Esra, what did you do? You forgot all these advices and now you're late. So I panicked. This was summer 2021, hot weather, and luckily it doesn't get dark early. So it gets dark around 9 p.m. So I had like around 1 hour to get out of the place, but my phone's navigation didn't work, of course, as they told me. And I had a little map, but not very detailed. And then I made the mistake of not downloading Google Maps in offline. So there was one gas station I found, and then I stopped there. They were almost closing. So I found the manager and I said, look, I want to get out of the park. I'm going to Wyoming. I'm on a mission to see a couple states here, and then I'm gonna stay in Wyoming tonight in a hotel, and I just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, I'm on the right track to go there. So I showed them the map, and they said, yes, follow the road on the left, but there is an intersection near the lake. Don't go to the right, it's the wrong direction. When you go to right, you go back to Montana where you get into the park. You can do that too, which is a shorter distance. But if you want to continue your trip, and if you want to reach to Wyoming, then you have to follow left side. People usually get confused in this intersection. And then there are a lot of bisons. They come after dark and they go to the lake and they rest there. So it might panic you. So he warned me. Guess what? What happened? Of course, I was confused. And of course, instead of left, I went to right. And I found myself near the lake, and it was dark, already getting dark, and I barely see the lake. And then when I looked in my window, because I stopped my car, I said, oh my gosh, what did I do? I was face to face with a bison.
So I'm just coming from Yellowstone.
Nice bison. I loved him. He was looking at me. I was looking at him. It shouldn't be scary. I shouldn't have scared. I said myself, he's so cute, but he's a huge animal. And I'm in a rental car.
So cool. I was a little scared,
it's a Jeep. Yeah, it was a Jeep. Yeah. I forgot the model, and our model was new, 2021. I forgot the make. It was a white Jeep. Then I was looking at him, he was looking at me, and I shook myself. I said, Esra, it's not the time to look at the bisons. They can get angry. Just get lost. So I said bye-bye to bison. And I drove back to the other direction, and then I was make sure that, okay, it's the right direction. I am on the left side. Okay, I know it's the right direction, but it was so scary because most people were going to Montana side. A few cars were driving through the Wyoming side. And then, of course, it became 9 p.m. and totally dark. There is no light at all. I can barely see the water. I can barely feel the water because of the waves. It's dark there too. On my right side, the water, and on my left side, the mountain. And it's a narrow road between, and just two sides, going and coming back. That's it. No signs, no lights at all. So there was a place to park, near the lake, like the scenic view places, the locations you can pull over. So I pulled over. I was looking at the little map that I have, and I was thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Okay, I know I am in the right direction, but it's so dark. There are no cars. I've already seen the bisons. They can be walking on the road anytime. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. And I was angry to myself. I said, why did you stay so late? Anyways, while I was thinking that, a small car, I can remember, I think it was a yellow car, a small car, just drove nearby me. You know what I did? I drove the map and I started following him without thinking. I said, this is my last chance because there aren't many cars going to this direction. I have to follow this person, whomever he or she is, because I am sure he's going somewhere, and I have to go there somewhere, wherever it is, because I am so scared being alone. Anyways, I followed him. I did tailgate to him. I am sure he understood. I was able to see it was a man, but I wasn't able to see clearly, like how many people are in the car, any features of this guy. And I said, even if he's a psycho, I have no other chance. I have to follow this person. So about 40 minutes, we drove together. Sometimes he was getting slower. I guess he was trying to tell me like I can pass, but I was getting slower too. My intention wasn't to pass him. I guess he understood that I was tailgating. Maybe local people are used to this, if somebody get lost, and then they used to that people tailgated them. Because at this time of the day, only local people can stay, or the stupid tourists like me, stay after the dark, or anybody who have self-confidence to do, just staying in the mountain at night, camping or whatever. I don't know. We hear the stories and adventures like that. Maybe people like that stays after dark. I am sure the local people are aware of that. So I didn't hesitate to tailgate this person. And I said, maybe he's working here, who knows? Maybe he's working and he's going home. Anyways, after 40 minutes, we came to the gate. I see the gate sign to get out of the park and going through the Wyoming. And I honked to him. He pulled over, and I came by my car nearby him. We both opened our windows, and I said, God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm a tourist. I'm in a mission to see a couple states, and it was dark and I was scared and my navigation wasn't working, so I tailgated you. He said, I understood, and I was trying to help you, and I'm glad that I was able to help. And then he was very, very nice guy. I'm really thankful to him again. And then he asked me, where are you going? And I said, I'm going to a city. I forgot the city's name right now. But this city is very close to Yellowstone National Park. And I'm going to stay in a hotel there. And that's my plan. And the next day I'm going to continue my mission, my trip. He said, okay, I'm going to that city too. If you want, follow me until that city, because the roads are going through the mountains and your navigation probably is not going to work. I said, oh, thank God that I met you. I said, I'm really, really thankful. God bless you. So yes, I will follow you. 30 more minutes, but more dangerous roads. I'm so happy that I met with this guy. 30 more minutes, we drove together. I tailgated him. I followed him. We were driving, in the tunnels, up the mountains, no lights, totally rural areas. And then finally I saw the city lights, and then, I honked him. I waved hands. We said goodbye to each other. And I was in the civilization, in the city. I went to my motel. And then, the next day, I continued to my adventure, my trip. I want to say something about all these states, beautiful scenery. Utah, beautiful canyons. Idaho, beautiful rural areas, rivers, green, Montana, Wyoming. North Dakota and South Dakota, they are different because it's like deserted areas. Nothing. This was, I was thinking, okay, the population of the United States is over 300 million people, but they can really host more than 300 million people. They can double it. There are really land for that. Empty land, all empty. Nebraska, Colorado was a little different.
In a
It
quarter
was
mile, turn
very
left onto
much,
US 16 East.
modern and, crowded. New Mexico is nice and it's crowded too, but all others, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, a lot of empty lands, When I travel, I like to listen local radios, and when I was driving in Nebraska, I was listening the local radio, and a young guy was podcasting, and he was telling the government gives $15,000 whomever moves to Nebraska. But who would want to move Nebraska? Even though he lives in Nebraska, he was making joke of how empty was the spaces there. But beautiful nature, beautiful scenery, beautiful mountains. If you like being in the nature, these states are the places, There are a lot of details about my travels in those states. Maybe in another video I can talk about that. All the sunshines, sunrises, sundusk, nights and days, and very nice people. Hospitality is very nice. And then when they have the storms, it's harsh too, wild nature. I had the experience of rainstorms couple times. Anyways, I highly recommend to go see all the natural beauty in here. I fell in love with the canyons, with the mountains, and in Colorado, in Aspen. I was in Aspen too, first time I've seen. I would love to go back. But I don't think I will have time, energy to do the 12 states in one trip. It was really pretty much. But I made it. Pandemic helped me because everywhere was empty. So roads were empty, and I was comfortable traveling, no traffic. It was dangerous. Yes, I know I took the risk, but luckily during the whole pandemic, I never got corona because, I smelled the weather, very fresh weather, oxygen. These places, if you live in there, hardly ever you can catch a virus because it's all healthy, natural. This is how I felt, at least. All right, guys, enjoy the video. Comment, ask me questions if anything you want to know, or if anything that you want me to capture in my videos. I would be happy to do that. I hope you enjoy my video. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Don't smoke.
interchange on the right. Continue on I-70 west for 58 miles. In 2 miles, take exit 164 for I-70 Business Loop, Utah 19 toward Green River.
it's Esra Oziskender. While I'm driving in Colorado, going back to Las Vegas, and I have 339 miles to go, at least, I decided to make this video to tribute to someone that I met in my trip recently. Davon. I don't know which one is the correct spelling of your name. I've heard you've been saying Davon, something like that. From Colby, Wyoming. Davon, Colby, Wyoming. You are my angel. You saved my life. Let me tell you what happened, folks. I was visiting Yellowstone National Park. Had great time. It was just a day trip, and I was trying to go back to Montana or South Dakota because I was doing a loop, from Idaho to Montana to Wyoming to South Dakota to North Dakota, and then eventually Colorado, then go back to Las Vegas where I rented the car, and then just fly to San Francisco to my friend. So this was the idea of whole trip, a 10 days trip. So I enjoyed every second of my time in Yellowstone. I loved it. It's a great place, great park, first national park of the world, not only in the United States, but of the world. So I was done about, let's say 7 p.m. Okay? Or 7:30, around that time I was done. The lady at the information desk warned me that most of the time navigation doesn't work in the park. I should have downloaded offline Google Maps, but I didn't do it. But what I did, I just took a picture of the directions to have to get out from the park, in case if my navigation doesn't work or if it gets dark, etc. So the lady also showed me how can I get out of the park, just near the lake, and then going through the east entrance, because east entrance would connect me to Montana, South Dakota, all other states from Wyoming, through Wyoming. Anyways, I'm sorry, no, east entrance is where you can hit Wyoming and South Dakota. Montana was before, because I get into the Yellowstone through Montana. Anyways, so I was done, and then I filled the gas. So luckily my car had the gas full. It's a nice Kia rental car, no problem. So I was safe, at least the car wise. And then I chatted a little bit point. Teşekkürler. Utah'tayım. Dönüş yolundayım artık. Las Vegas'tan başlamıştım seyahatime 11 Ağustos'ta. Arabayı Las Vegas'tan kiralamıştım. Şimdi bugün son günüm, dönüyorum. Bu akşam üzeri Las Vegas'a varmış olacağım. Arabayı teslim edeceğim. Oradan uçağa binip San Francisco'ya arkadaşıma gideceğim. Dağlar çok güzel. Müthiş bir manzara var şu anda. Şurada bir resim çekme alanı varmış. Girelim bakalım şuraya. Korkunç güzel. View area diyor. Çok ıssız, çok korkunç ama çok güzel. Evet, çıkalım bakayım arabadan. Wow. İşte Kızılderililer burada cirit atıyormuş arkadaşlar. Beyazlar gelmiş, yollar yapmış, evler yapmış, buraya konmuş. Çok muhteşem gerçekten. Yani dünya gözüyle şunu görmek büyük bir şans. Ben de böyle Kızılderililer gibi koşsam oralarda, koşup oynasam. Kendimi de göstereyim. Sabah sabah böyle yeni uyanmış. Çok güzel. Görüşürüz arkadaşlar. YouTube kanalımı takip etmeyi unutmayın. Tamam mı? hr.link.consulting, hr.link.consulting. Hadi bay bay.